who recalled how Belay helped in the search for Angel and inserted himself into the investigation.
He volunteered quite often, with information. Did you look by a well?
Former State Attorney Bob Stone said it was a difficult case to prosecute, but said Belay belongs in prison for life.
I pray that Mr. Belay's soul someday will be free, but his body belongs in prison.
Angel was found naked in the woods. It was initially thought she'd been sexually assaulted. The defense focused on the lack of evidence in a second autopsy done on the young girl.
Although she didn't have any clothes on, which, is awfully suggestive that it might be a sexual assault, they seemed that she didn't have any physical evidence of a sexual assault.
The hearing will conclude on Tuesday. The judge expected to make his ruling next month. In Martin County, John Shaman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A South Florida man's facing charges of human trafficking. Attorney General Pam Bondi says 27-year-old Robert Atlee, minor, is accused of luring women to work as dancers, but instead forced them into prostitution. His arrest was part of a joint effort between the Palm Beach County Human Trafficking Task Force and the FBI. He's behind bars at the Palm Beach County Jail without bond.
Now to the latest in a WPTV investigation into the controversial firing of the Riviera Beach City manager. The City Council will hold a special meeting tomorrow night to try to figure out what to do next. There is a sense of urgency building. After Council fired Jonathan Evans, the man who replaced him on an interim basis announced he will leave as early as next week. So the Council suddenly hired another interim city manager who said he would not come after we uncovered a past arrest for domestic violence. News Channel 5's Wanda Moore continues her reporting for us live at Riviera Beach City Hall. Wanda?
Kelly, last week all headlines were around who the next city manager might be, and that will continue, especially after tomorrow's special hearing on that. But there's something else that happened during the last city council meeting that is worthy of a mention. Councilwoman Lynne Hubbard said publicly that she attended a secret meeting at Hurst Chapel with Police Chief Clarence Williams. Sources tipped me off that on September 28th, there was to be a secret meeting at Hurst Chapel. We watched as several people arrived. I confirmed that among those in attendance, Riviera Beach City Council members Terrence Davis and Lynne Hubbard and Police Chief Clarence Williams. I'm told the group strategized how to keep former city manager Jonathan Evans out of office. I talked with the chief of police why he was there afterwards.
I just arrived.
Oh, you just arrived?
Yeah.
Because we saw you get in earlier, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, I've come and gone, and you couldn't have seen me.
The next day, I talked to a man who tried to attend the meeting, a supporter of the fired city manager, who confirmed the chief was there.
So I looked at him and I said, well, I guess this don't look like a meeting that I'm supposed to be in. And he looked at me and he said, you're right, Mr. Walker.
That forced Chief Williams to change his story. He now maintains he went to the Hurst Chapel meeting in his role as chief to protect people. During the last city council meeting, Councilwoman Hubbard broke her silence, saying she asked the chief to accompany her.
Him escorting me to Hurst Chapel. When I called, it was almost time for me to be to Hurst Chapel, and I asked him could he send an officer. He said, this is a little last minute, and isn't it? I said, yes, it is. And he said, well, I would drive by.
Is it normal for Chief of Police himself to be safety detail for a councilwoman? The president from the police union says no.
I've never heard of that.
I said, we have had a hostile situation everywhere I go. He said, well, sit in your car. I'll go in, I'll check it out, and I'll call you and let you know when you need to come in.
According to my sources, the chief called people and invited them to the meeting and then made sure that the two council members were never in the room at the same time, figuring that might protect them from any possible sunshine law violations. In Florida, it's against the law for public officials to do work in private without notice.
I was invited to come and say 2 cents, and I was able to say my 2 cents in about 10 seconds, and I left.
I asked Hubbard to clarify what she said during the council meeting. You stated that you put in your 2 cents at Hurst Chapel. Can you comment what you meant by that and what that was in reference to? Your opinion about what? No comment on that, I'm taking? First Amendment lawyers told us that the meeting at least violated the spirit of the Sunshine Law. And we also spoke with the state attorney's office, and they're telling us that they're watching the situation in Riviera Beach here very closely. We're live in Riviera Beach. One more WPTV News Channel 5.
The nation's top